Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, June 3rd, before the bell starts. For those of you that don't know, my name is David Mott, advisor here at Nexus One Financial. I sit on the investment committee and here to give you a little bit of insight on what we're thinking, what we're watching for the week. The last 5 days, S&P keeps rocking and rolling up another 1.5 points, bringing the year-to-date numbers up over double digits. We got a lot of economic data coming out this week. We'll talk a little bit about it. Some payroll, ADP numbers coming out, factory orders. But the one we'll focus on, the Beige book coming out by the Fed. Aside from that economic data, we'll talk a little bit about SpaceX, a question we are getting frequently, having a lot of conversations over the last month. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll also talk a little bit about what financial advisors are looking at in the month of June in terms of taxes. A little tax tip that I like to do and want to share with you folks. Let's dive right in. So a popular question we've been getting, and I want to say over the last several months, is SpaceX. It's set to have an IPO go live within the next week, possibly. SpaceX has a tremendous valuation. So for all of you space cadets, I'll give you a moment, hit pause, go get your tinfoil hat on. Let's talk some SpaceX. I'll see how many bad space puns I can get in past my marketing team that they don't edit out. The valuation is set at $1.75 trillion, a real out of orbit valuation. Was as high as $2 trillion at one point, has settled down to 1.75 trillion. This isn't the only IPO that's also coming out this year. Anthropic, OpenAI, big AI plays are set to go with their IPOs in the fall, potentially. Why this matters to you when it comes to SpaceX, we love the company. I love their Space Force contracts. I love that Starlink has continued growth. Their starships, spaceships are fantastic. The rocket technology is second to none. But the valuation is getting a lot of momentum that is really qualitative, emotional driven, not necessarily quantitative. And I say that because if we look at the technicals, the valuation of $1.75 trillion, that's a third of the cost of NVIDIA. It's actually 2/3 the valuation of Amazon. And for a brand new company to be valued 2/3 of what Amazon is today from jump, that those are some high expectations, very high expectations. Again, we love the company. We want some exposure, but we don't want to be overweighted. And this is where it falls into the average investor, something we're seeing, something we want you to be cognizant of. We utilize exchange traded funds, ETFs, and most firms do, and most retail investors do, right? It's a fund holding a lot of different funds beneath it. With this IPO, a lot of times in the industry, we see what's called a seasoning effect. Takes these fund managers months, if not up to a year, to introduce some of these IPOs. It's being very marketed, very heavily marketed, that a lot of these ETFs will have a mountain of exposure very quickly. They're fast tracking this and possibly having shares of SpaceX within 5 days. And that's great. And a lot of our funds will absolutely have exposure to SpaceX, but we want to be cognizant of not being overweighted in it. Right? Because no doubt about it, with every IPO, especially those that have significant moving targets in the valuation, such as SpaceX, there could be some turbulence. So we want to make sure that we're not overweighted in certain ETFs. So be sure to watch your ETFs. We are watching ours very closely, that the fund managers are not being a little aggressive. But when it comes to some of these hot ticket commodities, don't want you to be overweighted. It defeats the purpose of a lot of diversification within it. Exposure, not overweighted, is the goal for SpaceX. But when it comes to the other IPOs, they'll be monitored a little bit more closely. Anthropic, OpenAI, not necessarily because of anything different with the company, not anything against SpaceX. It's that they're most closely related to AI. So those would be great bellwethers for the AI sector, whether the run we've had is justified. But SpaceX set to go live, exciting times, one exposure, not overweighted. So it's an economic data heavy week, if you will. We got some ADP numbers coming out. We're monitoring factory orders, stuff I like, but a lot of folks think are kind of boring, but there's a big one coming out. So let me turn this a little educational. The Fed is releasing their Beige book. It gets its name from the color of the book. The Beige book, it comes out about half a dozen times a year. I believe it's 8. Someone go ahead and fact check me. 8 times a year, the Beige book comes out by the Fed. It really is an all-in sit rep, if you will, situational report, manufacturing orders, payroll, inflation. It's something that they look at before every single meeting. It really is a view from the boots on the ground, something that we look at in the industry. We take it it has strong weight, if I could say it that way. And it matters because this is what the Fed often uses very heavily to make decisions on inflation. And with the conflict in the Middle East continue to go on, the data in the Beige book matters all that more. How is this $100 per barrel oil affecting inflation and all the other subsections? Really important Beige book with this extended conflict going on. Something we're watching very closely. And hey, if anyone asks you about the Beige book, now you can say you know what it is. And I'm going to leave off with a final kind of an education piece. What is David doing with his personal finances? What's a financial advisor doing in the month of June? It was a question I got actually 2 times in the last month, so I'll go ahead and share it with you folks. It deals with tax. It deals with tax. And I know you're sighing and saying April 15th was 45 days ago. Why are you bringing up all that heartache? But it's far enough away that you had a break, but the numbers are still fresh. And normally in the month of June, I like to double check my withholding. I like tax returns that end up net zero. I don't want a gigantic refund. That means I gave the IRS a loan. I don't want to owe a bunch of money. And June is a nice month where I remember what my taxable amount was last year and about halfway what I've earned. And it's a very nice milestone to see how you're tracking and whether you need to make adjustments to your withholding for better or worse. All of a sudden, you take a look at what you've earned and what you've sent Uncle Sam and you're short. Now is a good time to make a subtle adjustment. And I like June not only because it's easy to calculate, but you have enough time to do some damage. If you put this off until October, November, and realize you're short on your withholding, you're cutting those last paychecks at the knees. If all of a sudden you realize you've sent them too much, there's nothing you can do. June is a nice sweet spot to adjust the withholding, making subtle adjustments, positive or negative, to try to get closer to that zero with Uncle Sam. That's something I do in the month of June. Would absolutely encourage all of you, especially those of you that are working. It's a nice halfway point. Welcome to June. What have I earned? What have I sent Uncle Sam with those year-to-date numbers? And what kind of subtle changes can I make for that net zero tax return? So SpaceX IPO, will be the talk of the town. I'm sure the talking heads will talk nonstop about it. Again, we will be exposed to it to some extent, as we should. It's a great company, great valuation. Do not want to be overweighted in it. So double check any ETFs that you have outside, how much SpaceX they will be holding. A lot of economic data coming out that we're watching for you. Again, how long this conflict goes on, how much will it bite inflation is the real song and dance, as has been the majority of 2026. Friendly reminder, if you like the content, want it to keep coming, be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions whatsoever, whether it's the tax situation, whether it's the IPO data, don't hesitate to call your advisor. Ask them questions about the withholding. They'll probably forward you to me. I have no problem doing other people's job for them. I view myself as everyone advisor. More than happy to walk you through that tax spiel, if you will. We appreciate your business. For those of you not yet clients, we look forward to working with you and hope everybody has a great week.